Good evening. This evening, I'm going to be talking about the role of friendships in our life. What do friends really do for us? And how do they contribute to making our life more meaningful? When I look back in my own life, even as a very young girl, from the time that I might have been about 7 or 8 years, and I remember that we were staying in a beautiful colony, and every evening I would so long to just run out and play with my friends. That was the high point of my day, to just be able to laugh, to run, to play games, and we had competitions and all kinds of things, and it really brought so much joy to my heart. And in my teenage years and in my years at university, I made a lot of meaningful friends who really contributed to my life. And these meaningful relationships really made me who I was. And if I look back, I feel that those memories of mine are some things that even now bring a smile to my lips. It brought every season, the times when I was a teenager and we would sit under the trees and in school and eat our lunch and talk about various things, and we were just discovering life. And also to see yourself. Sometimes you discover yourself and see yourself through the eyes of your friends. They build your self-esteem. They tell you your good qualities. They tell you the good things about you. So many things which I never knew about myself. My friends helped me discover who I really was. And not to mention the sad times, the times of heartache, times of failure, or times when life became tough, even as we grew up. Having a friend whose hand you can hold, whose shoulders that you can cry on, has always been something so precious. To know that you are in a non-judgmental relationship where your friend always wants the very best for you and sees the very best in you. If you found such a friend, then I can say that you are really blessed and that you really have found a treasure. I can say a couple of friends who are very, very special, and my relationship with them spans more than 3 decades. And they've been very much part of my life. And when I cannot really see things at times objectively, they help me see things the way they really are. And many times have helped me in making decisions and even in difficult moments like I mentioned before. It's so wonderful to know that you have someone who's there watching out for you, who has your back. How would life be without friends? I think it would be very lonely. See, a family plays a very important part. Your parents, your siblings, and later on when you get married, your spouse, and your children, when they grow up, they become like your friends. But then there might be some things that you cannot share maybe with your parents, or maybe you cannot share with your siblings, but you can talk about it to your friends. If you have a real close friend and you know that she knows how to keep a secret, and you know that you are in a safe harbor, it is something that is very, very important for even a person's mental health. The Harvard University says that having meaningful relationships actually contributes to mental health and stability. So I would really, really encourage everyone to have a friend, a confidant, someone with whom you can share your heart and know that they will never let you down, or they would not talk about your private things to anybody else. Friendships again can be actually very daunting for some people who have social anxieties. Some people who are timid, shy, and who have anxiety about relationships and interacting with people find it very hard to make friends. And these kind of people can end up very lonely and depressed, and because they have no one to really pour their heart out to, and no one to laugh with, no one to share a light moment with. And I would really encourage these people to take a step out and be brave and courageous enough to make a friend, and also to learn how to keep a friend. Because keeping relationships is something that takes time and effort, where you need to give your friend time, you need to be sensitive to the other person's need, and you also need to be someone who's trustworthy. Because unfortunately, gossip separates the best of friends. So you need to know how to keep a secret, and you also need to know how to keep and maintain and nurture and cherish a friendship. Because many times it's better to have a friend who is close by than a brother or a sister far away. Because many times in my life, because my siblings lived in another country, it was my friends who actually were with me during my hard times. And I can tell you that in my life, my friendships with the few people who have been with me for a long period of time have really been a strong support system in my hour of trouble. And even today, I hold them very dear to my heart, and our friendship becomes better with every year. And every time we have a get-together, or I'm going to spend time with them, these times are times that I really look forward to, and it fills my life with laughter and joy and happiness to be around them. So it is important to have meaningful friendships, because they really are a blessing, a support system, and they also afford companionship. And to be in a non-judgmental atmosphere is something that is very freeing. But unfortunately, many times we meet people who are very plastic, and these days many relationships are not very deep and enduring. And when you are betrayed by somebody whom you trust, then it's very difficult, especially when it's somebody who was your friend. So I would encourage each and every one of you to really stand with those who have been placed in your life and who have been your companions and who have been your support in the storm. Hang on to them and stand with them and encourage them, and you can be sure that your life will be enriched because of them. So here's to friendships.